Hey there, it's Tom the English Picker here. I just want to do this quick video showing some computer and video games finds from the last few days and whatnot. I've got tons more than this, but it's all either listed or it's packed away or it's still in the car or yeah. So these are just a few odds and sods. Just thought I'd smash out a quick video showing you what I got. Went to a car boot sale over the weekend, and this weekend I bought the most PlayStation 1s in one weekend that I think I've ever bought. So I'll show you those first. I bought 8 PlayStation 1s over the weekend, and I got 8 of them with a couple of controllers. Some have got cables, most haven't, for under 20 quid off different sellers and whatnot. One of them's lovely clean condition with cables and everything. One of them's the audiophile version, which is pretty cool, and then the rest are lovely crusty ones like these with the nice, really difficult to open things. This is the audiophile one, so you can see there it's got more than your standard one. You can see it's got more ports on the back. So there you go, and I have absolutely no idea if these work. Oh, it's got a disc in it. Cool borders, and the disc is knackered. And this is something to watch out for on PlayStation 1s. This button gets stuck, so yeah, it's a little bit sticky. So yeah. I think they're going to come up in value. It's kind of that time. I remember back in the day when you could pick up Super Nintendos and Mega Drives and stuff like that for dead cheap. So it seems like now is the sort of time for PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2s. They did make a lot of these and PlayStation 2s, but yeah, this one's not in bad condition. It's not had its screws removed that I can see. Not too bad condition, so chuck this with a remote, with a pad and that, and then I can bundle some mediocre ps1 games with it, and they do sell, but for the most part I'm kind of like holding them back a little bit because I kind of think that the prices might go up. This one's not bad either, so yeah, that's one thing to check. Always check this mechanism, and then just check the other buttons as well, and then just check for no cracks. Also, if it's got this door here for the serial port, parallel port, that's good, and you can get the standard one there, and then the other ones I picked up were nicer, and then I got 2 of the later edition PS1s, which are smaller, about that sort of size. One came with a power cable, the other one I need to get a power cable, and they use a different, I think it's a 7.5 volt power cable, but you can get reproductions off eBay, but these earlier models are much easier because you can use power cables from things like skyboxes and stuff like that, so it's a bit easier. I'll show you some media that I picked up. Most of these were 20p off the house clearance, guys. They're all going to need repolishing except for this first one. This first one is StarCraft 2. Not mega money in any of these, but the kind of bread and butter stuff. One of them, it will be for me as well. So StarCraft 2, lovely condition. I've sold this many times. Always a good seller. Then we've got Wii Fit Plus, good to bundle in with a board. I've got a few boards, so always like to pick up this. The standard Wii Fit I don't, but the Wii Fit Plus I do. That was 20p. And then for 20p I picked up Call of Duty World at War. Now this disc is knackered. It's you can't see, but it's got like some rings on it as well. So 20p, you know, it's worth it for the case and manual in that sense, because it's quite a good game to pick up. I picked up quite a few Call of Duties maybe for a bundle, if the disc quality isn't as good for Amazon FBA, because I only send premium stuff to there that's going to work every time. If it's some scratches and scuffs, I'll put it on eBay. So we've got Call of Duty 3, just loose disc, 20p. Call of Duty Black Ops there with no manual. Again, the disc is pretty bad. And then we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That's got all the gubbins. This one probably will play just about, but I'll still see if I can improve that. Then we've got 2 copies of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 20p each. I think this one, yeah, that one's got the manual as well, so good. Those early Call of Duties still do hold a bit of value, which is always nice. And then I picked up WWE 13. I tend to avoid sports games, but some of these wrestling ones still have a bit of value in them. So for the more modern era, the PlayStation 2 ones I don't bother with. And then these are nice. Got Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. I might have a little cheeky play on this myself. This one isn't too bad. Strangely enough, the install disc, sorry, the bonus disc is actually in worse condition than the play disc, which is normally the other way around. But yeah, so that looks pretty cool. And then also with it, I got for 20p Tomb Raider Underworld. It seems now that 360 games are really taking a dive in price. This one's really nice. That'll play no issues at all. So I think probably these were from the same seller, but I think they were originally from a different person. But you can see that one's got some cracking issues. That one. So maybe a little bundle there, or I might have a cheeky play on them. Then this one was cool. You can see here it says wrong disc 50p. I ordinarily wouldn't pay that sort of money for a disc only that's pretty scratched. I'm hoping that can be resurrected because it's a pretty hard to find game, which is Obscure 2. Yeah, so if you ever find this Obscure or Obscure 2, definitely worth picking up. It's quite a difficult game to find. I've only found 1 or 2 copies myself. And then this was a great find. This was actually from a charity shop when I went out on a bit of a road trip with a friend called Bob. And shout out to you, Bob. I caught him slipping. We were looking through racks of DVDs, and we've been joking about Peter Kay all day because, you know, his stuff has gone up in value because of the documentary he did. And we kept seeing Peter Kay stand up and all that, and Peter Kay books, and they haven't gone up so much, but his Phoenix Night stuff has gone up. And I spotted this, and it's the Peter Kay collection Phoenix Night series, the first and second series. But the amazing thing is it's new and sealed, and this was £1.50. So I snapped this up, and open it goes for about 25 quid, but new like this I'm gonna guess probably 35 to 50. I'll probably put it on eBay first because it's sort of I think the market's going to crash on the whole Peter Kay thing soon, so I want to kind of shift it because it's a bit of a hot potato. But yeah, for £1.50 that was an absolutely screamingly good price. Also in some of those Xbox games, this is always worth looking out for, is these Xbox Live free trials, 48-hour membership. I save these up and do a lot of sort of a couple of them. And also the beauty of them is you can email people the codes. They've got like a scratch off panel. Yeah, there. Scratch off panel on the back, and just check that hasn't been removed. Sometimes they don't have that and it's just the code, and then, you know, I don't bother with them. I keep them for myself because I'm not sure if they work or not. But it's definitely worth keeping your eye out for these when you look through Xbox games. Then I picked up some cameras. I've been doing alright on cameras lately. Sort of early digital cameras, some SLRs, stuff like that. And these are pretty crappy cameras, but the price I paid, you know, it's not to be sniffed at. So this one is a Kodak 8.2 megapixel camera. Beautiful condition, lovely, no issues. Really nice condition, no box or anything. And it takes batteries as well. You know, these ones are good because you don't have to have charging cables, which one later you'll see could, you know, have issues. So I can test this, works fine, great. That was £2, and then for £1 I picked up this Acer 5 megapixel digital camera, a bit of an older one, bit bulky, but still got a bit of value in it. You know, these things tend to sell fairly quick. The screen's nice as well, so that's cool. And then the last one, I paid £3 for this. Did I pay £3? No, he wanted 3. I paid 2 because it doesn't come with a charging cable. It's a Sony CyberShot. It's a 14.1 megapixel, but this one needs a charging cable. Now the problem is that I've got to then go out and buy a charging cable, which if it doesn't work, it's a bit of a waste of money. But it's, you know, a camera that's got a fairly good price on it. So I think it's worth the risk. I might try and get a third-party cable and see how it goes from there, because it is quite a nice camera, and for that price, it's a scratch ticket. It's worth a go. Same with these next DS's. I picked. This is the last thing. I picked up some DS's. You can see here. I got 4. This one was from a charity, and these 3 were from a car boot sale. I'll start with the pink one. The pink one here, it was in like a bum bag, sort of little satchel bag thing, and it got a price ticket of £4 on it, and which I thought, oh, it's just an accessory pack. I opened it up, and there was the DS in there and games, and so yeah, so I you know, I obviously was going to pick that up, and yeah, there was no charger with it. But I've got quite a few spare chargers which I've picked up, but it works fine, all good, no issues, nothing. It also came with one of these. I won't be selling this because it's a bit dodgy. I'll keep that myself. One of these R4 thingamabobs for, you know, like copied games and stuff. So I'll be keeping that one myself, because it's a bit iffy selling that. And it came with a load of loose games, and they were like Nintendogs, and there was one decent game in there which was Peppa Pig the game, which is, you know, you can sell on its own. So yeah, pretty cool for that price. It's lovely clean condition as well. And then these next 3 I got off one guy. It's kind of a dealer guy, and I thought there was some up. Basically, I paid £20 for these 3, and I only really wanted this one, this DS Lite, but he was pushing these DSIs on me, and I was like, oh, why is he doing that? And then it unnerved me a little bit that one of them hasn't got a serial number; it's been peeled off. So I thought, oh, you know, could these be, you know, dodgy? Could they be stolen or something? But his stuff seems, you know, alright normally, but yeah, the issue with them is this one, but neither of them work, basically, is the problem with them. This one, when you plug the charger in, it has an intermittent, the charging light doesn't stay on properly, and then when you try and turn it on, the light comes on, and then it doesn't quite turn on. It's trying to. So now there's like a loose connection or something. I'm not too sure. And then this next one here, it's run out of battery, but you can turn it on. But the only buttons that work are the bumper buttons, and the screen doesn't work, and none of these buttons work. The only one that works is the power button. The hinges are good on them. You know, that's not an issue. So if anybody knows of any good links about repairing them, that sort of thing, or whether I just put them on, put the 2 on as a spares or repairs, kind of let someone else deal with it and move on from there. I did think there was something up when he was trying to push me to have more. He's a nice guy, but he's not very subtle. I've bought loads off him before, and he's normally been alright. And I will mention it when I see him again, and I'm sure he'll confess to it. But this one's fine. There's absolutely no issues with this one at all. It boots up fine. It reads games fine. No charging cable, but again, I've got spares of those. So that's a good bit of money in that one. not mega money. It's missing the stylus, which is annoying, but I can get replacements for that. So yeah, they're my electronics and stuff like that. I did buy loads of other bits and bobs, some sealed media and boring stuff like that, and I bought this Harry Potter collection here with the 3 Harry Potter PC games in. That's quite nice, and that was £2, so that was quite a nice find there. So yeah, that's it really. But I picked up a GameCube game for 20p as well, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, but not mega money. I'll just bundle together some GameCube games. I've got a couple of sports titles and wrestling ones and stuff like that, and it'll be a little job lot because there's not a huge amount in most of the common ones. So there you go. So if you like this video, please smash that like button. If you don't like this video, sod off and watch someone else's, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.